Over the past couple of years, I've reviewed a lot of wireless microphone systems, the Rode Wireless Go 2 and the Saramonic Blink 500 Pro being two of my favourites. But now we've got a new offering from Godox, the Movelink M2. I think the Movelink M2 has taken inspiration from both the Rode and the Saramonic, taking the best features from both of them and turning them into a nice little package. But at a price point of just £170, should you be buying this over either of the competitors? The unboxing experience is pleasant enough and you get everything you might need with the Movelink M2. You get two wind muffs, which connect to the microphones really securely. You get the charging case, which can be charged with one single USB-C cable, and you get the two transmitters and one receiver. You also get this box of absolute goodies. You get every lead you could possibly need to connect it to your phone or your camera. You get 3 USB charging cables, and you get 2 lavalier microphones. We'll be testing these later. You also get this little strap, not that I'd ever use it, and these magnets which allow you to attach the microphones underneath your shirt. So I just want to touch on some differences and some similarities between the Godox, the Rode, and the Saramonic. Firstly, the Rode doesn't come with lavalier microphones. This has been a real bugbear with me ever since the original Rode Wireless Go 1. So if you're planning to go down the Rode route, you are going to have to buy some lavalier microphones if that's how you're intending to use it. The Godox and the Saramonic both come with lavalier microphones. The Saramonic also comes with its own charging case, but the difference between the Godox and the Saramonic is the Saramonic one actually charges it on the go. It's got a built-in battery. This is purely for charging via the single USB-C port. The benefit over the Saramonic, which the Godox doesn't have, is if you're out on a shoot and you notice either the transmitters or the receivers are getting low on battery, you can just pop them in the case and it'll charge up. But you are paying for that. This is significantly cheaper than both the alternatives. All 3 devices have got automatic pairing, so all you need to do is take them out of the box and they're paired. If for some reason they lose pairing, then the little blue LED changes to orange. Handy. The advertised range of the Godox is 50 meters, which is the same as the Saramonic Blink 500 Pro, although I never managed to get 50 meters out of the Saramonic. It used to cut out on me all the time. The range on the Rode Wireless Go 2 is actually further than I could test. I popped one of the transmitters on the back of my drone and flew it off into the sunset, and the drone lost signal before the Rode did. I've been using it for about 6 months now and I've never had a problem with it cutting out on me. The last difference, and the big one for me, is that the Rode has got internal recording. So if you do lose signal for any reason, then that audio will still be on the Rode's transmitters. The Godox and the Saramonic don't have that feature. That's why I've been using the Rode exclusively for the past 6 months. But as long as the signal strength is good with the Godox, you shouldn't have that issue. Taking a look at the devices themselves, they feel really well made, and I'd say they're a fraction lighter than the Rode Wireless Go 2, but they are slightly taller. So on the left hand side you've got the power button, you've got the volume up and down button. On the bottom you don't have a tripod thread. I'd love a tripod thread, that's something that the Saramonics did so well. On the right hand side you've got a USB-C port for charging if you want to charge them independently without using the case. These are the magnets which just got stuck to the case. Clever. On the transmitter, you've got a power button, you've got a mute button, which might not be brilliant if your talent is a little bit of distance away from you. You've also got a USB-C connector and a pair button. On the top, you've got an inbuilt microphone and the port for the lavalier microphone. Again, you've got a clip on the back. And all 3 devices, like the Saramonic, have a screen. That can be really handy, and I know I've been in a pinch sometimes when I've been using the Rodes and I've had to run back to my receiver to see what my transmitters are doing. But that's enough of me talking about them. Let's hook them up and test them. Firstly, these muffs are really good. They clip on with such confidence onto the top of the transmitters that they are not going anywhere. I know with the Saramonics I used to lose the muffs all the time. These are solid. I mean, it takes some force to get them back off, so if you are going to use them, you're not going to lose them. The problem is they are quite big. I mean, imagine that sitting there like that. Doesn't look brilliant, does it? I am intrigued by these little magnets, so I'm going to take one out. I can see myself losing these, and I'm going to put it up my shirt. Ugh. And then just connect it like that. Oh, I can actually move. You can't move them about. Get that in the right place this time. About there. Okay, so it looks like they've taken a leaf out of the Insta360's book here with this magnetic design. Is it a bit gimmicky? Okay, now it's on there. I don't think it's going anywhere. And how easy is it to take off? The magnet isn't the strongest in the world. Okay, so you should now be able to hear me coming through the Godox M2. I think the sound is all right. I've just had a quick listen back to it. This magnetic design, though, has got problems. Firstly, when I first put this microphone on and I started using it, I then noticed that this spins really easily. And now the microphone is pointing away from my face. And it is omnidirectional, so it shouldn't matter a massive amount. You're still going to be able to hear what I say, but it's not going to be as clear as if it was pointing up at my mouth. And if I start talking up and around here, it's going to become really muffled. Whereas if I spin that round and I start talking around here, you should still be able to hear me pretty clearly. The second problem I came into was this. Very strong. Let's clip it on the conventional way. You can see it's because of its height, it's actually really top heavy, so it's wanting to lean forward, but it does sound very nice. I'm really impressed with how it sounds actually. It's just a shame I can't really connect it very easily. So I've gone back to the magnet design for the time being, and I'm just going to walk around the office a little bit. Can you still hear me? Does it sound good? Has it cut out? This is about the distance I was away when I was testing the Saramonic, and it was cutting out. As soon as I turned my back, it would cut out. So fingers crossed, we're good. So just to give you an idea of quality of this microphone, I'm just going to read the box. It's what I usually do in my reviews, so I'm going to do it this time. Just to give you a longer, extended audio sample of what this microphone actually sounds like. So Godox Movelink M2, 2.4 gigahertz wireless microphone system. Movelink TX plus Movelink TX plus Movelink RX. Small size, big versatility. I agree with that. Professional sound, it does sound good. Mono and stereo modes. Haven't talked about that, but it has both mono and stereo modes. Working approximately 6 hours. So it's got 6 hours of battery life, which is comparable to the Saramonic. The Rode, I think, beats that a little bit. Magnetic back clip, as we've seen. Not worth the paper it's printed on. And including charging case. True sound quality audio. What do we think? Does it sound good? Let me know in the comment section below. So now what I want to do is test out one of these lavalier microphones, and like I said earlier, the Rode doesn't come with them. The Saramonic did come with them, but they weren't very good. So this is going to be an interesting test. Actually, I can already tell these already feel much higher quality than the ones that came with the Saramonic. Maybe even got like little elastic cable ties. It's nice. Right, plug this in, back in a second. So the audio you're hearing now is coming from the lavalier microphone. And I don't know what it sounds like. You guys know what it sounds like. I'm going to know what it sounds like in a minute, just not quite yet. It feels very nice and comfortable. It's high quality. It clicks into the receiver very nicely. There's not really much you can say about how a lavalier microphone feels. It's all about the sound. Should we read that box again? Godox, telephone number 0755-29609-320 brackets 8062 Fax number 0755-257-23423. Email godox@godox.com. Godox Photo Equipment Limited. Building 2, China. I've just watched that footage back and I realised that the best sounding footage was actually when I was hand holding it. That's when I was getting the clearest, nicest sound out of it, which is odd considering this is marketed as an omnidirectional microphone. When it was on my chest, it sounded okay. It didn't sound bad. It didn't sound good. It didn't sound anything special. It was just okay. When it was on my collar, it's the same story. The lapel microphone was all right. It wasn't the best lapel that I've ever used, but it'll definitely get you by if you don't already own one. Godox do make a handle for this, so you could use it like a traditional microphone, but I don't have one, so I can't demonstrate how that works. The only thing is, I really wish it had a tripod thread in the bottom, because then I could use any tripod that I own and use it like this if I wanted to. I could see myself mounting this onto my boom arm and just using this microphone instead of something like this. This sound quality is really nice. I just wish it transferred when I attached it to my chest. Just to let you know, I haven't messed around with any of those audio clips. I've not added any EQ or compression to them. The only thing I might have done is change the volume of them slightly so that all of the audio clips in this video match. And now for the big question and the reason you're still here. Do I think you should buy the Godox Movelink M2? Well, I think it's really good value. You get 2 transmitters, 1 receiver, a charging box, you get all the cables you might need, you get wind muffs which secure properly and don't fall off, you even get little magnets, which don't work very well. But I still think it's really good value. £170 is by far the cheapest I've ever reviewed, and I think you get really nice sound quality for your money. If you want to spend a little bit more and get the Rode Wireless Go 2, then you do get that internal recording, which is the reason I'm still going to be using the Rode Wireless Go 2 for the foreseeable future. But if you wanted to spend an extra £115 and get the equivalent Saramonic Blink 500 Pro, I'd probably discourage that. You get pretty much everything you get with the Saramonic with the Godox, and it's a fraction of the price. The only thing you don't get is that charging case which allows you to charge it on the go, but if you're like me, you just charge your kit when you get home and then take it out with you again and it lasts for the entire day, which is what this would do. So in conclusion, great piece of kit, highly recommend, my stamp of approval. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comment section whether you're interested in this, whether you're thinking of buying one, or whether you've already bought one. I'll see you again really soon.